I don't know, man. I don't know. Terence Crawford's only win at junior middleweight, not really aging very well at all. Israil Madrimov, he did collect a dub, but in doing so, he didn't really particularly look good, which now, in hindsight, and having all this data, I kind of got to look back at how important was that name for Terence Crawford in terms of legacy. And in this video, that's what I'll break down. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, every so often, all the time, your boy Ego, I'll put out content and I'll speak my mind. I know what I'm saying, but you at home don't know what I'm saying. And people will kick, scream, fight, cuss me out in the comment section. And overall, some people, not everyone, because a lot of people, Eagles Army, salute, y'all get me. But the others, the detractors, the usual suspects, they'll put up this fit and riot in the comment section. Like, no, man, Ego, you're wrong. But then I'm like, all right, let's wait. We'll see. And then that time comes where I get to make up a follow-up video. That's why I wouldn't trade my job for anything in the world. I genuinely love what I do. For me, I don't want to be underneath somebody. I make the rules. I make content that's relevant. I talk about what I want to talk about. Pensacola, we talk tonight. You know what I mean? And I believe in that. I'd rather make a mistake and be wrong on my own rather than somebody else do it. So what am I referring to? Israil Madrimov, he just fought yesterday, and he didn't look good. This is what it is, right? Boom. Look at his record, bro. Just like even looking at that is not really impressive. 11-2-1, right? And the reason why we got to look at this is because when Crawford fought Madrimov, a lot of the Bud buddies, they were like, oh, man, he beat Madrimov. And they were making it like Madrimov was some crazy, out of this world, unbeatable, like Thanos type character in the world of boxing. I think Madrimov, he has a unique style. He a good little fighter. But you look at his resume, it's not really impressive at all, right? And this is what I've been trying to tell you, right? He's 30 years old, and he wasn't really even the most active guy prior to the Crawford fight. And this is what a lot of y'all don't know. I know boxing, but y'all don't, right? He fought for a vacant title against Magomed Kurbanov, right? In March of 2024, right? And he hadn't really fought since about a year before that against an unknown African warlord, right? With a 16-3 record. But for whatever reason, comes back pretty much a year later, and he's ranked, so he fights for the vacant title against this guy, Magomed Kurbanov, right? He wins, and he becomes a champion, right? And that fight was in Saudi Arabia. He got a 5th round win, right? But peep the dates. My birthday month, March 2024. And then by August of the same year, he's fighting Crawford. So what does that mean? That means, yes, he was a champion. Yes, it was an opportunity for Crawford to become a champion with a new weight class. But you fought for a vacant belt, and you were a champion from March, and then you lost it in August, right? So April, May, June, July, you were a champion for like 4 months. 4 months, and not only were you only a champion for 4 months before the Crawford fight, You didn't take the belt from somebody. That's what y'all don't understand about this boxing. There's a difference between taking somebody's belt and two top people that are ranked in politics fighting for the belt. So when I'm looking back at the Terence Crawford victory that you guys praise so much, for starters, Virgil Ortiz, in my opinion, beat Madrimov and hurt him and all that more so than Crawford. Crawford won, not a problem. But I think Virgil beat him more defiant and dominantly, right? So he loses to Crawford, a decision. Then he gets hurt and gets beat up and then makes excuses talking about I was sick versus Virgil Ortiz. And then now he's fighting a random Luis Davis Salazar on the card from yesterday. And he don't even look good in that fight, bro. And this dude ain't really fought nobody, right? This dude, he been stopped before. He ain't really fought nobody, right? So we got to look back at the Crawford. He got knocked out by Kevin Johnson when he was 8-2. Bro, this is who knocked him out. This guy with a 12-8 record. So this is the level of competition that they're bringing Madrimov back with. And here's the thing. The dude didn't even do bad and had Madrimov eye looking crazy. Look, this is Madrimov after the fight yesterday. So I feel like for Crawford, the Madrimov win ain't aging that well. And this is the problem with Crawford's whole career. You fought Jeff Horn, very similar circumstance. You moved up in weight. First fight, you're fighting for a title. But Jeff Horn should have lost to Pacquiao. See, you guys are going off the actual like milestone or accolade. I'm going off of context. Jeff Horn didn't beat Pacquiao. Pacquiao was robbed in that fight. Go watch it, right? So, yeah, he was a champion, but then you immediately fought him. Top Rank didn't feed Pacquiao to you. They fed Jeff Horn to you, right? Only after he fake beat Pacquiao. So they didn't want to give you Pacquiao, but then you got the guy who, he's not a long-standing champion, and he never went on to really do anything after the Pacquiao fight. You see what I'm saying? But that's how Crawford became a champion before the Arrow fight. And then you fight Arrow, but then you fight him after the car accident, detached retinas and all types of stuff like that. And then you fight an old fledgling Canelo Alvarez, right, who looked bad in the William Skull fight before you. This is context, people. Like, oh, man, you're hating on Crawford. I'm not hating. I'm telling you what happened. This is who he fought and when he fought him. And then now, so your best wins are Arrow, car accident, detached retina. It's the fact. And Canelo. A lot of people feel he's not in prime right now. You know what I mean? Even before you fought him. Because he definitely didn't look good in the William Skull fight. He didn't look good in the Bivol fight. And the fights he did look cool were a long time ago, or they were against like 40-year-old Triple G well after Triple G's prime. You see how this is working? And then now, you know, so your best wins are Arrow, Canelo, we just went over them, and Madrimov. Probably that's the one you were getting the most credit for. And then look, he's fighting a guy you've never even heard of going the distance, and you look back on Crawford's resume, they're like, oh, 3-time undisputed. These are all true. I get it. But at the same time, like, to me, it's not really impressive when you put the context behind some of this stuff. Like, I can understand if Madrimov was like Roy Jones. Roy Jones was like unbeatable from like 1988 to 2003 or 4, right? He had a long run. And that's what the current game of boxing is missing. Long-standing champions like Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd, Pacquiao, Shane Mosley, Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard. You beat one of them, you're certified. Now these fly-by-night, flash-in-the-pan people, you beat them and then won a bunch of credit for it, like Madrimov. And then you look back, he got a a mid record, lost worse to Virgil Ortiz, and he's struggling with an unknown person. So you look back and you're looking at Crawford's resume and the totality of his body of work. Jeff Horn, brand new champion that really shouldn't have won. Madrimov, brand new champion that fought for a vacant belt, not beating a champion. That matters. You just watch Andy Cruz fight Ray Murataya and lose his undefeated record because he fought a champion. The champion don't want to let his belt go, right? It's different when two guys are fighting for a vacant, available belt versus, man, I took the belt from the champion, right? So, food for thought. Let me know what you think. Crawford's resume, I don't know. It's just not aging that great.